Hi, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. In today's video, we're going to tackle the topic of why he does not stand up for you when it comes to his family. As a matter of fact, sometimes he has mouth you. He has blacklisted you with him. So when you feel that energy or you question why you don't feel comfortable wanting to interact with them, or them coming over to your house, or you going to that holiday event with his family, because you experience them, they are constantly dysregulated, you have to put yourself back together when you do come back. Gina Chumesi here, your favorite psych nurse practitioner on this internet street. I make it okay for you to know you're okay, and I also make it shorter for you to stay in that limbo. Should I go? Should I stay? And I help you heal from trauma of chronic toxic relationships.
Where was your husband in this melee here?
Physically, he was in the same room, and that was it.
He didn't say anything?
No.
He didn't defend you?
No, not even when his brother got up to hit me.
He didn't defend you either?
No.
So his younger brother got up to hit you, he didn't defend you. His mother called you promiscuous and doubted whose child it is, and he didn't stand up and say it was his child. How old were you at this time? So you got married at 21. How old are you now?
22 by then.
22. Okay, sorry. You can... What happened
next?
It was
just, I went back to my parents, and obviously they were really ashamed. They have a daughter now who is potentially not going to have a husband, single mum situation. They obviously empathized with me in the sense that they didn't want to see me homeless, so they gave me space in their home. And we were separated for about a couple of months at that point.
When someone shows you exactly who they are, believe them. It's so easy to make excuses for other people. So believe them. When they act like they don't care, believe that they probably don't care. When they act like they don't want you around, believe them. It stings, it hurts so bad, I hear you. But in the long run, you'll be better off without people like that.
Listen, babe, sweetheart, you deserve a partner that is not afraid of hurting other people's feelings in order to protect yours. Yeah, you. You deserve that partner that isn't afraid of setting boundaries in order to protect you and your emotions. Because your peace should never be up for negotiation. Love chooses a side, and that side should be your side. You deserve that partner. Good night.
The whole ideology of you're married into his family, and it's true to some degree, because a lot of times when you marry a man, you're literally marrying his whole gang. And if their gang are legions, or they are toxic, or they have certain patterns about them, or they literally form this wall, and it's almost like you have to audition, not just audition, but you have to try so hard to break through the wall in order to be accepted. And if that man is not standing up for you when it comes to especially the mother, or if there's a huge enmeshment, right? Enmeshment where he cannot take independent decisions without approval of the mother or the matriarch. If that mother is deemed to be the one who has the best cooked food, she's the one who organizes the best holidays, she's there, she demands to come visit you guys with no notice, she will stay as long as she wants, and while she's there, you're serving him, you're serving her. Especially in my tradition as Ghanaian, especially if a man is deemed to be somebody or has status of some sort, if that man is the only child or the only son okay, it's like he has this god complex. Nobody holds him accountable for anything. If anything, they enable him time and after again. You're the third party. You're the outsider. They're treating you like an outsider, and if he's somebody who doesn't know or unwilling to set boundaries with his family, and your family is very open and welcoming for him, like when it comes to your side of family, he's welcome. The rapport is always awesome and great, because your demeanor might be so similar to what your family is. You're willing to work through things, negotiating, collaborate. and things like that. But his family is more like, oh, we are here, we are better than you kind of attitude. You're coming to this family. And there's a lot of it's biological, it's trauma, because trauma gets stuck in the DNA of people and it carries over from years and years, unless that person is willing to look at that for that pattern and willing to break it, changing it, be consistent, do things different. You're gonna suffer, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna suffer, you're gonna suffer. That man doesn't like you, doesn't love you, picks and chooses what he will do and mostly based on the enmeshment he has with his mother, his siblings, and all that stuff. Picks their side more than you ever consider your side, and you're constantly twisting yourself into a pretzel to please them, to be accepted or be acceptable. You will never change them, because these are people who are legends. That's how they are set up. If they have that type of demeanor, high conflict, not willing to collaborate and being able to have resolutions to disagreements. Things are never good enough. Your cooking is never good enough. Your catering is never good enough. There's not enough salt in your food. Your food is not cooked right. It's not soft enough. It's not hard enough. Your soup is too peppery. It's too salty. It's constantly something you're doing that is not satisfactory, because sometimes some of these in-laws are married to their sons spiritually. So sometimes it's not just biologically, it's not genetic, it might be a combination of that psychological standpoint. They might have mental health issues that are unresolved or just kind of lingering and nobody addresses it, or it's spiritual as well. I choose to believe, because I'm a Christian, and I choose to believe there's spiritual component. We are spiritual beings doing this physical life, so you have to consider that too, because you cannot fix that. And when you see it for what it is, you need to protect yourself, protect your sanity, protect your peace, and maybe remove yourself, remove your children, because some of these people, it's like really dark psychology. Some of these families is like, it's really embedded in their traditions, and some of the stuff you don't discover until as you navigate and move forward in it. A man should really stand up for you and defend you and protect you. Otherwise, these vultures will come in and really destroy you, destroy the marriage also. And if this man is the status for them as well, like I said, and is the source of financial support for the mom and for all the siblings and stuff like that, he's the one who has come out and made it, and they depend on him in one way or the other, they're just gonna push you away because you're a big threat. Especially in my society, my Ghanaian community, they will literally encourage behaviors that are literally vicious, crappy, awful, dangerous at your detriment. They will literally unalive you slowly. Your food, like I've been saying, I'm just making sure I didn't lose any of my point, but it's mostly based on enmeshment. No accountability, heavy on the enmeshment. There's no boundaries. Everything is just kind of looped into each other because nobody is setting any boundaries, and he hasn't had enough bandwidth or capacity or knowledge to set those boundaries and keep it safe, to keep you protected. You have not really been completely accepted because he values the opinions of his family members more than he values and loves you and likes you enough to keep you shielded and protected. What are your thoughts on dark psychology of in-laws and family enmeshment, and why he doesn't stand up for you? Financial, is it cultural, status, spiritual, all the above? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Okay, bye. I love you.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you are hurt by your partner or your husband's family's behavior, and for some reason your husband does not want to say anything to them? This video is for you, and maybe consider sending this to your husband. First, we need to identify what's happening here. If you have communicated to your husband that his family's behavior has hurt or upset you, and he refuses to do anything about it, that is because he is prioritizing his own comfort or his family's comfort above you. If his line of thinking is, I don't want to deal with this, it'll just blow over, she's overreacting, he is invalidating your feelings and choosing his own comfort. If his line of thinking is, I don't want to say anything to my family, I don't want to upset them, I don't want to change the status quo in my family, he is prioritizing his family's comfort over you. And I have a genuine question for the husbands who don't stand up for their wives. Why does it not bother you that your wife is being mistreated by your family? Because your wife is in my DMs telling me what your family did, and it bothers me, and I don't even know her. So how does it not bother you that your wife or the mother of your child is being so mistreated by your family? And how does that not make you want to put your feelings or your family's feelings aside and stand up for her? When you have a child with someone or you get married to them, that is the priority, period. And if you have your mom or your dad in your ear trying to get you to prioritize them over your nuclear family, that is not normal, and that is a sign of a toxic, enmeshed family system.
You do not marry into a family. You marry one person. You make a commitment to one person. You're not making a commitment to their entire family. We need to let go of the phrasing, you married into the family. Or, oh, that's just how that family is. You married into it. We need to stop saying that. You don't marry into anything. You marry one person, and if their family is toxic, dysfunctional, and narcissistic, as women, we internalize other people's behaviors and aggressions towards us, which fills us with shame and guilt, and we blame ourselves because we've been taught that we have to take on the emotional and mental dysfunction and emotional and mental labor of other people and for other people. So we internalize their bad behavior and we think it's something that we did wrong, or it's something we didn't do or didn't say. And then we're constantly checking ourselves. Maybe I should say that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Should I go to the family function? Should I not? If they're treating you horribly and they have been manipulative, conniving, started smear campaigns on you, trying to wedge themselves between you and your spouse, or they tried to ruin your wedding shower, wedding day. I'll get to a video on that in a little bit. But if they're actively trying to seek out to treat you poorly, and it's not just some minor little miscommunication, which happens in any type of relationship, then stop giving an ounce of your energy to these types of people.
Girl, why you questioning why them people don't support you? You know why they don't support you. Jealousy and envy makes it real hard for people to support you. They not gonna congratulate you. They not gonna like a post. They don't care about your business. They don't care about your success. They don't care when your kids are doing good. But guess what? They always gonna stick around because they waiting for your downfall.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but it is absolutely not your responsibility to defend yourself and have to go to war with that man's family. For starters, you can't protect what you can't control. Your husband shouldn't even be taking you into environments that he does not have a certain level of control over the experience you will have. How else will he protect you? Second, on that same note, our family should be the least of our worries when it comes to protecting our spouses. Let me give you an example. When it comes to my family, no, they have not agreed with every decision me and my husband may have made. They have not agreed with every decision my husband has made. It's literally inevitable, and that's okay. But what I can guarantee you is that they would never disrespect or mistreat him out of love and respect for me. Because third, another thing about it, anybody who disrespects your spouse does not respect you. Anybody who loves and respects you would not disrespect your spouse. Because one thing about it, and two things for sure, when they disrespect your spouse, they are disrespecting you. And fourth, let's bring it full circle. If he is not ready to leave and cleave, you need to leave, and he needs to leave you alone. Any man willing to allow his family to ruin his family does not value you enough. Don't get me wrong, these situations can be very complex, but I had to tell you that because I love you, girl, if nobody else has told you. Your husband shouldn't send you into any battle. I don't even care if it's with y'all's children, by yourself. But he doggone sure shouldn't send you in alone against individuals that he brought you around. Individuals that you are only around because of him. Out of love and respect for him, I might add. So you make sure he loves you enough to respect and protect you every step you take, every room you enter, every building that he opens the door to. Because truth be told, you shouldn't be being manipulated, encouraged, or pressured into being in any environment that you do not feel comfortable, where there's a history of disrespect, where you do not feel welcome. You are not crazy for not wanting to be in rooms where you are only tolerated and not loved. And I said what I said in a real way. Yeah.
I remember a couple years back, my mom told me if a man cannot protect you or stand up for you against his mother, then he is not the man for you. And I would 100% tell my daughter the same thing. Being in a relationship with a man who's in a relationship with his mom or a mama's boy seems like hell. Ideally, a man shouldn't have to choose between his mom or his wife because the dynamic between the mother and son should be a healthy one. He should have differentiated himself from his family of origin. Realigned relationships to prioritize his wife and children if there are any. And mom should expect this, right? Because that's what happens when you launch your children and they begin establishing self, finding love, and creating their own family. A mother with healthy behaviors is not emotionally dependent on her son. She doesn't view her son's partner as a threat or competition or someone who has to appease her in order to be a part of their family. There is no expectation of conformity to her system or her values. There's no desire for control. There is no enmeshment. There's genuine interest in knowing the human her son wants to spend the rest of his life with. There's a desire to have a healthy relationship with this person and an expectation that they are committed to each other, thus committing to a new system. When a man realigns his relationships and commits to a new system, a healthy dynamic looks like his wife, mother, and other extended family members coexisting in their respective roles with boundaries. Any sign of enmeshment between mother and son or the partner's whole family of origin, I would advise my daughter to run for the hills and don't look.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but a man that will allow other women to disrespect you and not stand up for you, you need to understand and realize this very quickly. If he's allowing people to disrespect you, he's using you as an open target so he can avoid taking accountability and being a grown man and standing on his own actions. So this means if he lets his mother disrespect you, if he lets his sister disrespect you, if he lets any of his female family members disrespect you, co-workers, people that y'all go to church with, female friends, whoever it is, if that man is allowing another woman to disrespect you, he has already shown that he does not value you enough to protect you from other people, much less himself. And the reason why I say that he doesn't protect you from himself is because these are people that he is in association with. Who you are friends with and who you associate yourself with says a lot about your character. If he's the type of person to be around people who don't even respect him enough to respect their partner, he's going to submit to whatever they say just so he can still have goody points. How is that a man that can lead a nation, much less lead a home or lead you? A man that displays those qualities is not a man that's fit to be a leader. So why do you think that he's fit to be your partner? Riddle me that real quick.